Coast FM, Pete Little here, Monday morning on the Central Coast. Time for our Monday Business Review with Edgar Adams, who is the Editor-in-Chief of the Central Coast Business Review, published every month. Good morning to you, Edgar.
Good morning, Peter. Been a nice weekend.
A lovely weekend for the coast, whatever we're doing. Now, on the latter part of last week, we received at the radio station a media release from our beloved council, all about the council's pledge to alleviate the housing crisis on the Central Coast. Now, we have discussed the fact that it's an absolute injustice to have a wealthy country like ourselves and people who are homeless.
It's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace. That was the wording you used. It's a disgrace.
Yep. Yes, it is.
So we've got now a council objective to pursue.
Yes.
And I don't know if they've really achieved what we're looking for, though.
Well, Pete,
They make a lot of platitudes about, yes, we're going to do this, we've got to do that, but there's no action plan.
mate,
Surprise you?
Peter, listen to this. It said here, Central Coast Council is pushing ahead to deliver the next stage of its groundbreaking Central Coast Affordable and Alternative Housing Strategy.
That's the one.
Yeah. So what did I do? I printed it out.
Well, the whole strategy,
The whole thing, 33
there's 35
pages.
pages there.
But it's not one strategy. There are 27 strategies.
Oh, okay.
This thing comprises, it is the greatest load of hogwash I have ever seen in my life.
And you've seen some hogwash.
And I've seen some hogwash. I do believe it coming out of this council. Over the years, between Gossip and Wyong councils, we've had numerous strategies for all sorts of things.
Sure.
But, when you start and you go through these strategies, it's mind-numbing. But, it doesn't alter the fact that if you want to build some home units to house some people, this council will do all it can to stop you. And that's never, ever going to change. Yeah.
Is that stated in their strategy?
Well,
A lot of platitudes in there about
the
supporting.
the platitudes are all get-out-of-jail platitudes. Let me promise you, when you read it. But the key to this is that down at Edelong, there are 3 developments being held up by this council. They're heading off. 3 of them are heading off to the Land Environment Court, and I think there's 50 units involved, of which I think 20 are senior citizens, especially for senior citizens.
Yeah.
And this council's stopped them. Now, what's going to happen with this? It'll go to the Land Environment Court, council will lose, and the developer will pay part of the cost. Council will pay that, but the cost of the units will go up. So if they're going to be affordable, they've just been pushed up by $20,000 or $30,000 each.
Yes, well, that's it. Edgar, we all know when you price a unit or a house,
Well, even if it's a box of chocolates,
costs have got to be recovered first.
You've got to recover
all
the
the
costs.
costs.
Yeah. It is just mind-numbing that they can go on with this sort of thing. And then, of course, to back up this, what they're going to do, a council meeting coming up this week, they're going to be releasing, I think it's something like 80 blocks of land the council owns towards this sort of affordable and social housing.
Oh, these are the ones located in the entrance, Tukley and Wyong,
Yes.
and they say they are well situated in terms of public transport and availability of retail, community and health services.
Yeah. Now that's more hogwash. Let me tell you, if you're short of money and you live at the entrance and you've got to get to a job somewhere around the coast, your entrance is the worst place in the world to live because there is no decent public transport. The buses that run do not run to suit you. They run to suit the school kids.
And miles away from a railway station.
Oh, well, the closest railway station is Togra.
Yes, that's right.
And you've got to go around the world to get there. So, this is the hypocrisy. Now, you would think they would have said, well, right, where have we got some land along the railway line? And there's heaps. But no. This is where it is, you see. And most of this land, I had a bit of a look at some of it, is land which they virtually confiscated over the years of property developers. This is where some of it, how do they come to have this? You know what I mean? Well, the thing is, we'll give you the DA, but we want,
So you don't think the council will be spending a huge amount of money on social housing? Getting their pockets out and digging deep and finding those dollars?
No, it's all hogwash. It's all talk. We've been going through this. The New South Wales Business Chamber, they ran a seminar back 12 months ago now But Wyong had everybody, Tom, Dick and Harry there, property developers, the people in the social housing field, Pacific Housing and Lincoln, all of those people. And, it was all Wonderbar, and they all got up and we all agree on all this. This is how it can all be done.
Nil.
And then dead in the water. If you buy any of this land of council and it's vacant, and it is, and it's got any sort of bush on it, beware. Because you'll buy it, and when you come to development, you put your development application, you have to have a BEDA report done. Now, this is a biodiversity assessment report. These are done by specialist ecologists. Can take 2 years to do, because if they're trying to find what possum or a squirrel glider or
a mint bush or something.
Or mint bush is there,
Yes,
they wait until it grows, or they wait until it flies past. The whole point about this is these things can cost between $20,000 and $80,000. Generally speaking, it's mostly $80,000.
And take up to 2 years.
Certainly take up to 2 years. So what they're doing, the council...
I got excited by the fact that the council was going to get involved in social housing, affordable housing.
Yeah.
And you've absolutely destroyed my whole expectation.
It's typical of how this council works.
Okay.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. Well, Edgar the Ferret's always there every Monday morning to suss out the real story about what's happening behind the news.
Just by the way, just before we close off, I heard over the weekend that the University of Newcastle's Gosford campus has had their development approved by the Department of Planning.
That's for the old packing house site, is it?
All systems go.
Well, it's all go, Edgar. Well, mate, it will be in your lifetime now, which is good to see.
I'm hopeful.
Okay, well, Edgar also brings us some good news every week too. This has been the Monday Business Review, and we're smiling.
We are.